predictions and what you expect to see this evening as this match goes live. I'll give you guys a quick roster rundown as this is Animosity versus Mobility Gaming. Animosity going to be starting on the CT side. That's Wicked, Bill, Roa, Cubbed, and Envy. Taking on Mobility Gaming on the terrorist side of Cummy, Young P, Sitoff, Zek, and Strider. And we are live in the pistol round now, so here we go on DE Cash. This is the third round of the upper bracket ESEA IM playoffs. This is going to be a good one as both of these teams looking to make it to main. And all they've got to do is win. So here we go as we do see a quick push towards the A bomb site. Bomb is going to be on the back of Sitoff. Now they're going to slow it down just a little bit. And there are two CTs over in the back side of the site. One over by the squeaky door and one in the site itself. Here comes the peaks, and who's going to be the first victim of the match? Envy's going to be able to open things up onto Cummy. Young P's going to be able to get him back. Bill's going to answer back, and I am actually flashed out right now. I can't really see what's going on. They've got one on the catwalk. Zach, Young P, and Sitoff all going to pick up frags, and that's going to leave it all on ROA. Roa, as he is 1 versus 3. All three of the terrorists are hurt. Bomb has been planted, but he is going to get peeked from forklift and taken down. So, D, what did you see that round that you liked?
I mean, I liked how the terrorists are just straight up just YOLOing into the site like that. I mean, CTs were not really prepared for that, actually. After they got initial frag at the corner on, I wasn't sure who that was in the corner, actually. But, I mean, they got that important frag, and it basically just set off cubed by himself in the site, and it gave him the round, because the other CTs are still rotating.
Absolutely, and I apologize for not having it up on full screen for you guys in the chat. But now we are on the anti-eco round. Strider going to be able to pick off one, getting aggressive on the B hall side. Envy getting aggressive in A halls. He's going to get caught by Young P. And Cube going to be over there as well. Surely he's going to get taken down here in just a second by Young P as well. So we will be seeing the slow play from the terrorist side, just patiently waiting for those pushes, and it's been successful thus far as they have taken down 3 now. As Cube drops by Young P's AK-47 in the A hallway towards Blue Door, and they will pick up that bomb and work their way into the A bomb site. Only 2 members of the CT forces left. That's going to be Wicked and Roa. And we're going to see if they can take any guns away here as we see Strider holding that flank, and that's exactly where Wicked is coming from. Nice shot from Roa is going to be able to take down Young P from truck. And still patiently waiting here is Strider. He's going to be able to tag up Wicked just a little bit with that Galil. Cummy's going to be able to take down Roa. Sitoff going to be able to take down Wicked, and that is a clean anti-eco round, only losing 1 weapon, but Young P was able to pick up 2 frags before he got dropped. So we will see the CTs on the save once again. They've only picked up 3 frags to their name so far. And we're going to see if they can get it done this round, as they aren't going to have any armor to work with, but they have picked up 2 5.7s, 2 CZs, and still have a silent USP. It's going to be on the back of Cube, so we're going to see if they can get it done, as they are going to be pushing that B bomb site once again right into the crosshairs of Strider. We're going to see if Strider can do the same as last round and play that patient pickoff game. And that's exactly what he's going to do. Bill, the first victim of the round, he's going to be forced to sit out the remainder of this one as rotates him with that Galil over in the B bomb site. Now pushed up in the toxic room is going to be Roa, and that nade actually kind of helpful for Cubed as he's able to pick up that 5.7 that was exploded over in his direction. Young P in a little bit of trouble here by the squeaky door. He's going to get spammed down to about 8 points of health. We're going to see if he can hold on and wait for his team to rotate, but the CTs have also rotated, and now they are all over that bomb site. Wicked actually going to get the frag onto Young P, looking for more. And the terrorists actually with a cheeky little boost over top in the A bomb site. Going to be able to spot one on the catwalk. Not going to be able to connect, but Zek with the AWP is going to be able to take down Cube. Now jumping off is going to be Cummy. It's going to get taken down. 1 from quad. Still Envy with 2 frags. Sitoff just patiently waiting in the bomb site for him to push, but he's going to get knifed by Wicked. Not really sure what was going on there. And the last man standing was Zek, and he gets taken down. So an Eco Cobra comes out with a knife kill from Animosity. 1-2 is going to be your score.
Oh, it was in the same play by Wicked.
Yeah, not really sure what was going on from Sitoff. He was patiently waiting for that push from quad and just got completely caught off guard and just knifed in the back. So a nice play from Wicked there, and I don't know. I think he had a CZ-75, but he didn't have any bullets left, so he just YOLO pushed into the B bomb or into the A bomb site and
I
caught
think
him.
so, 'cause, yeah, he probably did. That was insane though. He just didn't even pay attention to him.
So now we see the eco round come out on the mobility gaming side. Animosity going to be holding in this B halls from checkers. Good nade's going to do some damage to sit off over there outside of the B halls, and they actually picked off the lurker. So now they've spotted a bunch of members of the terrorist forces. Zach going to be able to connect onto the face of ROA. And missing the offshot is going to be Wicked, so they are going to be able to get the bomb plan here. So even if they lose this round, it is still a successful economy round. Good nade's going to be able to do a lot of damage over in that back corner of that B bomb site. Bill pushing in now, going to get taken down by Strider. Strider looking for some more, not going to be able to find it just yet. He's got a flank from the vent area. He is going to be able to take down Envy, and that's going to make it a 2 versus 1. Make that a 2 versus 2, pardon. Now it's a 2 versus 1. Is Wicked going to be able to come in, and they are going to be able to clean this round up and get the defuse, so Animosity 2-2.
Yeah, that was an easy round for Tease to actually hold, but they got really antsy with those pushes. Wicked just took advantage of that.
Yeah, so a nice play from the CT side, keeping them at bay and not getting ecoed, not trading those eco rounds. So we will see the first gun round, I believe. We're waiting for them. Yes, they are going to pick up the AWP and the AK-47. So we do have ops on both sides now, on the back of Wicked and on the back of Zek. And we're going to see what they're going to do with them this round, as it does look like they are going to go for the boost in middle. And we're going to see whether or not the AWP battle is going to happen this round. So they are going to lob some nades over mid as well, but we are going to patiently wait here. Is Zek going to eat a little bit of a nade there in the A main hallway, down to 71 points of health, but he does have the AWP, so he is going to be looking for a pick towards quad, most likely. That is not where the CT is. CT waiting for them to come around the corner towards the forklift. It's a nice little spot that he's got there, and they're actually playing a 1-3-1 right now, which, Diane, how do you feel about that setup on this map?
A 1-3-1 setup?
Mm-hmm.
I like it because mid control is so important on this map. You take mid control, you can basically pick which site you want to take over and just, you know, crunch it. So, I mean, having them play 3 mid is insanely good, but it's also really risky sometimes because sometimes teams will have that, those set strats where it's just they execute and it's just like one person there and it's really hard to like rotate and retake it back, but...
Gotcha, and we did have a little bit of an exchange of frags in middle. Actually getting caught with a nade out is Roa, but he is going to be able to take down Setoff and make it a 2 versus 3 for his team. He spots another one. Oh, gets the spam shot onto Cummy. And Young P, your last man standing, going to be able to take down one, but he is going to get off from Wicked. So 3-2 now, Animosity with 3 straight. And that's exactly what you talked about, that mid control that they had. They were able to rotate quickly towards the B-bomb site after getting the exchange of frags in middle. The T is actually going for that late mid control play. And unfortunately not able to connect on their shots and take that B bomb site. So walking away with that round is going to be Animosity. And quick look at the scoreboard. You can actually see Wicked doing a great job for his team right now. 7-2, 6-4 for Young P. And Wicked not actually the top fragger for them so far through the playoffs, but never say never, as he is going to be able to pick up a few frags early in this matchup, as we are on a save round for the terrorist side. It looks like they're going to be going for a quick A hit here. Here comes the pop flash. Here comes the push. Envy and Bill going to be shutting down that push. Cube going to be able to get in on the action as well. And they just completely decimate that incoming push from the terrorist side. So a quick eco round and a quick 4 rounds for Animosity, as they're slowly gaining control of this matchup.
Yeah, I noticed that MG is a really disciplined team. They wait back so much, like every round, for them to get a pick. I think that's just what they're doing, because I've honestly seen no set strats from these, like, or from mobility so far, so I think they're just working off picks for this match.
Just throw some smokes, throw some flashes, get a lucky shot, and then rush a site.
Pretty much, that's all I see them do.
It's a bold strategy. But as of right now, it's not really working out for him too well, as Animosity has picked up 4 straight rounds on their CT side. Now, we've had a debate before when we see this map come up as to what sided this map is. Now, do you have 2 cents to throw in on that one?
Honestly, in my opinion, I think it's like a lot more T-sided. Because you take that mid control and you basically get to go anywhere on this map, and it's but then again, like for CTs, it's also really easy to like rotate because the sites are so close to each other. But in my opinion, I think it would be T-sided for this map because it's so much easier to just take control of something, just crush it all together from mid in that one site, and it's really hard to hold.
Gotcha, and it's also very indicative on which team gets that first pick. As we do see the
Oh yeah.
smokes and the flashes coming in towards the A bomb site, it is going to be an A push now. So the bomb is on the back of our number 8 player. That's set off, but Wicked's going to be able to pick up the first kill of the round. Now getting pushed around on quad is going to be Envy, but he is going to be able to pick one off before he gets taken down. Sit off going to be able to answer back onto him, and Wicked going to be able to take down Sit off. And I don't know if I'm lagged out or if we have a pause
No,
here.
my Go TV stopped too.
Gotcha, but surely this round going to be picked up by Animosity as Zek only 21 points of health, and it looks like Bill is about to get aggressive, and his crosshair is right next to his head through the wall, so I'm looking for the frag as soon as we go live again, but maybe we had a lag out on one of the players of whichever team, so we will be patiently waiting for this one to go live again. And there it is, and we do see the shot get missed, but here comes the spam with the P2000. Bill going to be able to pick that up. 5-2 is going to be your score. Animosity on top.
Yeah, again, I mean they're not getting those picks that mobility needs, so I mean they're just kind of going to site, just throwing off like 2 smokes, and they're just going in, and it's really not working for them. I think they didn't really prepare any shots for this map.
And that's not a good thing to say when it's third round of IM playoffs. Regardless of the league caliber, it's not really something that you want to say is the issue here, is the lack of strategy coming into the matchup, especially when you're playing against a team that's dominated the playoffs as much as Animosity has thus far. As we do see the full gun round once again, as they are going to be in the money bonus, talking about the terrorist side of Mobility Gaming, as they have lost 5 rounds in a row. So
I
we
think
do
Wicked
see the
like that.
AKs. Is that who it was?
Yeah, I think that's why it paused.
Yeah, he is just sitting atop the balcony there. So hopefully he rejoins for the next round, and this one doesn't get thrown away by Animosity, as we do see Cubed open things up onto Strider. Now I'm white screened over in the bottom side of mid towards the terrorist middle in the eyes of Sit-Off, as he is going to dodge a nade there, but it pushes him back right into Bill's crosshair. He's going to be able to pick him off. Zek going to be able to get the 1-for-1 trade there. A pop flash in through mid. Cube going to be able to pick off 2. Envy going to be able to get the last one, and Animosity just playing some disciplined, organized CS right now.
Oh yeah, again they tried taking that mid, but they're not getting those initial trade flags that they need. I mean, honestly, I think just one of them needs to step up for their team and get like multiple frags right now, because that's all they can hope for.
It's like Rap Doggy said in our chat. MG is playing too slow versus a passive setup, and Animosity is just completely capitalizing on that right now.
Oh yeah.
So honestly, if you're in Mobility Gaming's shoes, what do you need to do to switch it up, switch up the pace, or adapt to the CT side in order to start racking off some rounds here?
I mean, what my old team used to do when we get frustrated with teams who played so passively, we would actually start rushing them and just using all of our nades against them, just plowing the site, because like that it makes them more panicked, and it doesn't let them get set up into their spots that they need to. You know, it's like you're rushing them and
Force them to play more aggressive.
Yeah. I mean,
Got
you have like a minute and 45 seconds in the round, and they're trying to use all of it, which against this team isn't doing well for them. So.
As we do see the economy round of Mobility Gaming get shut down once again by Animosity, now up by 5, 7-2 is your score. We will see the gun round coming out once again. Zek going to pick up the big green for his team, and Wicked now back in the server, going to be able to pick up the AWP for his squad as well. So we will be seeing the full gun round here, but Mobility Gaming right now, they are just completely struggling, flabbergasted at the way that Animosity is playing this matchup. And it's exactly like you said, they need to do something a little bit more quick, and that's exactly not what they're doing this round. Is Envy actually going to get caught here playing a little aggressive in the blue door. Young P going to be able to pick that frag up early in this round, and that's actually going to give a hefty advantage to Mobility Gaming, as Envy's been playing very well in that A bomb site. But once again, they are slow playing this round, not taking advantage of that pick in the bomb site, patiently waiting for those CT forces to kind of spread themselves thin, as they have rotated one over to Truck. That is Bill helping to support Cubed over in the A bomb site. And it looks like they're going to pick the bomb up and work it back towards the B bomb site. And this is, what do you think? Do you think this is the smart thing to do in this situation? They only have one member of the CT, or yeah, of the CT forces that is defending this B bomb site.
Oh yeah, they're reading it out perfectly because they know at least one is going to be rotating towards A, and there's only four up right now, and I mean, one needs to be either watching that mid push or trying to like kind of being like a rotator towards B right now, and one B is main for sure. So I'm sure they know that they're probably looking towards A right now because they got that initial pick.
And Setup is actually throwing a great fake here in the A bomb site, which actually provoked that rotation off. But Roa just going to plant Young P as he comes out. He does get smoked out and retreats into the bomb site. And he is going to get taken down by the Glock of Zek, who does pick up the AK-47, but the rotation is on. As we do see the bomb carrier actually gets dropped here. Wicked comes back with the CZ-75, and the last man standing now is Strider in the retake. They didn't even care about the bomb plant. They just nuked them and just shut it down. 8-2 Animosity in complete control of this matchup. I mean, what do you say about that? Just wow.
I mean, they're not changing the way that they're playing right now. I mean, they even got that initial pick, and it's really not working in their favor. They're just going way too slow for this. They really need to speed something up or change something or going all together at one spot and just.
And now we actually see the first bit of aggressive play from the CT side as they push mid and push B, and they are going to be able to pick up 2 frags. As we do see the forced buy from the terrorist side of Mobility Gaming, as they are already down to a 5 versus 3 against them. And now they're going to go back to their passive setup once again, talking about the CT side. And again, just Mobility Gaming working a little bit too slowly here, getting caught off guard. And it definitely plays into Animosity's favor here, as you can tell that they are obviously the more prepared team. Kami going to get picked here in just a second. Yes, he is. Wicked saw him cross in A main and pulled his punches well there, patiently waiting for that repeak, and he nails the shot. So now we are on a 2 versus 5. The only one with any substantial damage on the CT side is going to be Roa. So he's down to 19 points of health, but not that big of a deal right now, as he is playing a little bit aggressive on B, but that's not where the bomb is. The bomb is over by A main, so let's go ahead and see what's going to happen here, as Cube's going to be able to pick one off in middle, and Envy going to be able to seal the deal with a frag onto Strider. 9-2 now, Animosity completely dominating this matchup.
And see, again, it's just Mobility Game is just working way too slow, or they just need to plow a site together and just completely take them and whelm them with it. But they're apparently not doing that until like save rounds, which I don't think that's gonna work out for them. No guns, no armor.
It does look like they are going to go for an aggressive push out middle, but they do eat a nade there, and it does a lot of damage. Wicked going to be able to solidify that frag. Cube going to spray him down in mid with 3 big frags of his own, which also drops the bomb carrier. Young P, your last man standing, and Cube going to clean him up. So 4 frags for Cube that round, and he has taken the lead for his team, 13-4 on the scoreboard. And it's just, there's really, it doesn't seem like there's anywhere that Mobility Gaming can go that Animosity is not just completely ready for.
I'm honestly surprised they haven't tried to just YOLO push something all together and just kind of take it, because I mean they should know that there's at least 3 CTs or 2 playing mid right now, so they should know that at least one person is playing a site, and they're just not getting the information fast enough to do it. So.
Alrighty, we do have a full gun round here, and a quick score update for you guys. The Zookeepers Aware Gaming match, which is being cast on our other channel, is actually tied right now 6-6 in the first half. Aware Gaming on the CT side, Zookeepers on the terrorist side. So a little quick score update for you guys there, as this match is starting to become a bit of a blowout. As you said earlier, it might feel like a little bit more of a terrorist-sided map, but right now Mobility Gaming, they're not feeling that way. There's nothing you can really say about that. I mean, they're just completely getting shut down at every single avenue of this map, be it a mid-rush, a slow B push, or a slow A work. And they have no answer for the fragging ability of Animosity right now, as Young P has worked his way out through middle. We're going to see what he can do with it. Is Wicked going to be the one over there trying to hold this peak, and he's actually let him get all the way onto Catwalk unbeknownst to anybody on their team. He's going to walk around the corner here, and he does catch Cubed and that's going to provoke that rotate. He did see one over by Quad, but it doesn't matter. He has gotten into CT spawn, but Bill is going to be able to take him down. Strider on the other side of the map going to be able to take down Roa. That's going to leave Wicked, the last man, over in defense of this B bomb site. They are going to be able to get in and get the bomb plant here, which is, I believe, the first bomb plant that they've had since the 3rd round. You see Bill getting aggressive in the vents, going to be able to take down Cummy. And now we're back to a 3 versus 3 post plant. Strider going to get taken down by Bill as well. Zach going to answer back onto Wicked. Some good flashbang work. Going to be able to blind him in the back of the bomb site. Envy going to get taken down here. And finally, Mobility Gaming able to get something in their favor here. 10-3 is going to be your score as soon as the score at the top of the screen decides to update. There you go, 10-3. So what did you see Mobility Gaming do that round that was actually good for them?
I mean, they actually had someone up mid by himself. I don't even know how he got up there by himself without being spotted, but after that, they just took it all together, which is what they needed to essentially do. And I mean, it's kind of for Animosity. They kind of had like an unlucky stack where they had 3 people A that round. So I mean, they only left really 1 person there at B to defend it, and it didn't work out for them with the whole charades 50-50% chance thing.
Gotcha. And I think the way that he actually got into mid was they didn't have a guy playing the cat box. They didn't have a guy playing up on catwalk that round, talking about Animosity, and they smoked off the AWPer in the Z hallway. So he was able to just slowly work his way right up in the middle. And even though he only got the 1-for-1 over in that A hallway, you know, it worked out in their favor in the long run. As we do see a little bit of a battle here between Bill and Cummy. Cummy going to get the better of that one. So that is the first or the second victim of the round, as Strider was picked off early by Roa. So we will be seeing the 4 versus 4. The bomb is picked up and it is working its way through the mid hallways. Roa getting aggressive on B as well. And we do have an exchange of fire. Cummy finally going to be able to take him down. And now the push towards the B bomb site should be real. And here, no, maybe not. Mobility Gaming going back towards the A bomb site, it seems. Maybe trying to throw a little fake towards the death cam there, but we do see an aggressive AWP in mid. That's going to be on the back of Wicked. And once again, Mobility Gaming just working extremely slow and methodical, and it hasn't worked out for them in the past. Now they decide to push towards this A bomb site. They do have a lurker in the B bomb site. That is your number 7-man, Young P. He's going to catch one around the corner here. That's going to be Envy getting taken down. Cube going to be able to answer back on him. It is a 3 versus 2 post plant, as we do wait to see what Animosity has for us in the retake department, as one member of Mobility Gaming is up on the catwalk. He is going to throw a flashbang trying to blind that guy over by car, and he is going to be able to successfully do that and hold him at bay just a little bit longer, and he is going to get the pick on him. Now Wicked with the AWP going to answer back. Now they have 2 members over by Quad. One of them is going to get caught sit off, but he does get the frag with only 3 HP left, so 10-4 is your score. Mobility Gaming able to string together 2 rounds here. But the economy on the Animosity side is just completely stacked right now.
I mean, I liked what Mobility did there. I mean, they got 2 essential frags that they needed to take it, and then they faked it out with you know, Young P lurking out B, and they essentially got the person at A to get faked out and rotate over towards the B bomb site.
So they
I mean,
sold the fake well.
Yeah.
But I don't really know, I don't really understand why Animosity got so aggressive on B that round, as we do see Envy pick up Young P. The lurker from Mobility Gaming gets dropped early in this round in the squeaky door with a nice spam shot from Envy over there. So a nice heads-up play from him. It is going to make it a 4 versus 5, and it looks like we have another pause here. So maybe Wicked dropped from the game again, as it seems like he's the one in the server with the welfare internet. And not a good round to leg out in, the last round of the first half.
Yeah, honestly, I think Animosity just feels like they're top dog right now because they're ahead so much. So, I mean, when I play like that, I get really antsy and aggressive and really pushy with that. So, I mean, they have money to throw away too, so that's probably why they feel like they can just out aim them right now and just.
Well, that's exactly what they're doing too, is just completely demolishing them, out aiming them across the board. And while we've got a pause here, let me get a quick score update for you guys for the Aware Gaming match. It is going into the second half now. Aware Gaming is in the lead, 9-6, and they will be on the terrorist side now, so we will see whether or not they can hold out, or if Zookeepers is going to bring this one back and catch back up. The all-important second half pistol round surely underway for them, as we patiently wait for this one to come back and be live for us. And so you guys know the next matchup that we have. What matchup is next? I forgot already.
Team to beat versus
That's the one.
don't know who they're playing, but I know it's team to beat.
Oh, well. Trying to find the thread on the ESEA forums right now, and I cannot. Wait, there it is. SBL, Sneaky Beaky like. That's who they're playing against.
Okay.
So we'll be seeing that one next if this matchup ever decides to finish. So we'll see. We'll see what happens there. But I'm keeping my eye on the Aware Gaming matchup for you guys. Aware Gaming did pick up the T-side pistol round, so they are up 10-6 now. And we are back. We're back. Woo! Alrighty, so it is a 5 versus 4 in the favor of Animosity here, and it does look like they are going to be looking for a pick into the A bomb site with the AWP of Zach. And Strider holding over here in the toxic room. He's got one to deal with. That's Roa. And we're going to see whether or not Roa gets the better of this battle, or if Strider's going to come out on top as he's just patiently waiting for the push. And now Strider working his way up very slowly. Let's go ahead and stay in the eyes of Roa here as he is going to get peeked here in just a second. He's making a whole lot of noise over there. Now he's going to come around checkers and try to peek this one out. And nothing just yet. Now he gets caught with his pants down. Strider going to be able to take him out. And on the other side of the map, they have put in work and taken the A bomb site. As you do see Zek and Strider picking up frags. Cummy going to be able to get one as well. So it is a 3 versus 2. And now getting aggressive over by the forklift is going to be the last CT of Cubed. He has taken down one. It is a... Oh, he's taking down the second one. And he is going to just jump on the bomb now. And... Why did he get off the bomb? That's unfortunate. They knew Strider was lurking from the B bomb site. And he might have had time to be able to pick that round up. But unfortunately, that is not the case. My game crashed. So give me 1 second to get back in. And we will get live on the second half. Thanks once again to Diane for joining me this evening. Get her a team, people!
Glad to be here. I think my game crashed, or it lagged out too.
Yep, just throw the connect and the IP back in and you should be good to go, because I'm back in the server right now getting ready for the second half. And it reset my volume, so give me 1 second to fix that for you guys. There we go, and it does look like it was actually Wicked who dropped again, so they're starting off this pistol round 4 versus 5 unless Wicked can get back in on the Pronti. And he joined the wrong team. So it is going to be a 4 versus 5 pistol round. And Animosity already on the disadvantage here, as Mobility does look like they are going to be a little aggressive here in middle. Holding from sandbags. They have boosted 2 up on top of the roof there in middle, and they've done some good damage already onto the Mobility player over there. And Young P gonna eat a goosh as well. A lot of harassment in that middle area and yet to have a frag, but a lot of damage has been done. The first victim is gonna be Roa, as Strider is gonna be able to pick up that frag. Now peeking out Bill, gonna be able to take him down. Bill does get dinked, but they have control of the A bomb site now and looking for the frags here on Catwalk. They are going to find it. Envy going to get the better of Zek. Bomb plant is coming. Cummy getting aggressive here. Oh, and he does get the bomb planter, but a little bit too late on that one. Cube stuck over here by Quad. He's going to get caught in just a second, and he does. And the pistol round is going to go the way of Mobility Gaming. So 10-6 is your score, and we're going to see if Animosity can pull together the Eco Cobra once again for us. As no kits were purchased for the CT side, so they went for the armor buy, and it did work out in their favor.
It really sucks that Wicked lagged out. I mean, they almost actually had that round, because I mean, CTs are really, really lit that round too, so it was kind of scary for a Mobility game if they didn't win that.
Gotcha, and a quick score update for you guys. Zookeepers did eco Aware Gaming in the second round of the second half, so 10-8 is the score now as they were able to pick up the round subsequently afterwards. So trying to keep you guys updated on that one. It is being streamed on GoRGN TV 2 if you haven't checked that one out. And we do see the eco come in from the terrorist side. They are able to pick off one, but Strider with the ace, the quick ace there, as he is able to drop all 5 members of the terrorist forces trying to come in towards that B bomb site, and a beautiful play from him, able to pick up all 5 of those. Playing the ranged game with that FAMAS. That definitely worked out in his favor that round, as he is going to be able to drop his teammate and pick up the M4A4 as he's got cash money to burn. And we do see the early buy here from Animosity as they were able to get the bomb plant in the first round. So they will be on the gun round here as we do see AK-47s across the board for him. No AWP just yet. We just patiently wait for that ever so crucial first frag to come out from either side. And it looks like we talked about the setup for the CT side of Animosity as they played that 1-3-1. However, Mobility Gaming is playing the 2-1-2, and we're going to see if it works out in their favor as they've just completely yielded mid control. And we do see a little bit of spam coming in from the Mobility Gaming side. Zek going to be your first victim. Bill going to be able to get in on the action as well. Kami gets dropped. And Wicked working his way towards the A bomb site. He's got one guy over in the bomb site right now to contend with. That's Young P, who's playing relatively well in the first half. He's going to be able to pick off one, but Wicked's going to be able to trade that. Sitoff going to be able to come back on to Bill. Strider's going to pick one up as well. Now we've got a 2 versus 2 situation. No bomb plant just yet. Cube's going to be able to try to get that one planted as we do see the spam come in. Wicked holding in the corner ever so patiently here as Cube's going to get dropped. Wicked going to get taken down, and the first gun round is going to go in favor of Mobility Gaming, so 10-8 is going to be your score. And they are scratching and clawing their way back into this one. Once again, a quick update for the Aware Gaming matchup. It is now 12-8, Aware Gaming over top of Zookeepers. So just keeping you guys in the mix on that one. So Diane, what did you see that round?
Well, I saw Animosity do that mid control, which is super crucial when you're executing on that site. But I mean, where they just fell off was where they had just completely no trade kills after they had that, because I'm pretty sure they were up a man advantage and they just didn't take advantage of that at all, and just they lost it completely just by peeking one by one. They played 2v1v1s at the end and they just lost it for their team.
If I'm not mistaken, they were actually on the 3-5 advantage that round, so we do see them get plowed. Once again, Strider picking up 3 frags in the B bomb site this round. Not really much to report. Kami did get dropped, but not a big deal. We will see the gun round come out here. And yeah, I do believe that was actually a 3 versus 5 that they had there, because I think Bill and I want to say Wicked picked up the first 2? Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I hate that the fact that even Mobility even won that, because they honestly should not won that round at all.
Yep.
They had one person in sight, and it just usually when that happens, it never works out for them, because you have to rely on their aim. And it's just Mobility just wasn't really there aiming today.
So an interesting play for Mobility Gaming here is, you know, we talked about how passively they played their terrorist side. Now this round they decide to push 3 members out through the B hallway. And they did lose one. They got a 1-for-1 trade over there, but they did lose a member over there, and they will fall back now. It's coming down to 1 point of health. We see Bill able to take down Young P, and that's going to make it a 4 versus 3 situation in favor of Animosity right now as they slow play this. A whiffed off shot from Zek. Not going to be able to connect on that, but he is going to be able to connect onto Wicked. He misses another off shot. Envy going to be able to take him down, so a 3 versus 2 situation. And the members of Animosity right now relatively low, but Bill going to be able to take down Kami with a nice shot through the Z hallway. And that's going to leave it all on Strider, as it looks like he wants to try to fall back and hang on to his weapon here, and that's exactly what he's going to do. So 11-9 is going to be your score coming out of this round. And Diane, what did you see that round that you liked?
I saw a lot of more trades going on for Animosity, but it's more of like they had, I think someone had a multiple frag that round, right? Or I could be wrong, I don't know. I mean, basically it was a good execute to control that A, and just came out through the mid and had one person lurking out too, taking off the rotators. Because I mean, basically 2v3, and they knew that one of the players was low, so. And I mean, right now Mobility Game needs to save all the money it can. They can't just keep, you know.
Can't just throw away weapons.
All that money. I mean, economy's low. I mean, rough times right now.
So if Animosity, wins this round, they will force the eco round of Mobility Gaming, as they have forced up. And they do have, I want to say full nades across the board, but Zek did go for the AWP, so he's not going to have all of the auxiliary nades for this round, but it does look like we are going to have a little bit of an A play from Animosity as they are going to be working their way over there. Zek going to be able to pick up the first kill onto Roa, and a little bit of spam from Young P is going to be able to take down Bill up there from the catwalk. Zek's going to get another frag, and that's going to drop that bomb carrier. But Cube going to be able to answer back and clean out the site. They've got 2 members on the catwalk right now talking about Mobility Gaming as we patiently wait to see a retake attempt here as they are going to get the bomb planted in the A bomb site. And they are going to yield right now and patiently wait for this retake as those smokes and Molotovs clear. Envy going to spot the first member of Mobility Gaming, but Sidoff going to get the better of that exchange, and Strider going to be able to clean it up. So, you know, exactly what they needed to have happen that round, they were able to get it done. Mobility Gaming staving off having to do the economy round after this one, but 11-10 going to be your score. Mobility Gaming clawing their way back into this one.
Yep, that's insane. I mean, I liked that Animosity had like a set take there for A site, but it just didn't work out with them getting picked off by Zek so much. I mean, him with that op, it completely crushed him.
And he played a very interesting position that round up there on the catwalk with the op. Not something that you see every single day, but, you know, a nice
risky
play.
Spot
Very risky.
But it worked out for him. High risk, high reward, you know.
Absolutely, and we are going to see a quick A push from the terrorist side of Animosity here. But Kami was pushed up in middle, so he did hear it. Young P going to be able to spray down the first one. Going to get a second one before Roa is able to trade him out. They might get the bomb plant here if they are aggressive enough. And they do, so a successful eco round nevertheless, even though they have only been able to drop 1 weapon out of the hands of Mobility Gaming, as we see Strider pick up the last frag there onto Roa. But they were able to get the bomb plant, put a little extra money in the bank, and they will be buying their weapons this next round. And we're going to see if Wicked decides to pull out the big green.
I was hoping to see more performance from Roa, because I heard he's a big fragger for them, so I was hoping he would pull out some more of his weight, but I mean, he's doing fine.
Absolutely. Strider definitely stepped his game up in the second half now as he is the top fragger in the server, 20-14. The closest one behind him has 14 frags for his team, talking about Young P. So we will see the gun round once again for the terrorist side. Sidoff getting a little bit of spam put his way. He's down to 58 points of health early in this matchup, and they're going to go back to a more passive setup in the B-bomb site. As they actually left him there, they've got 1 member pushed up in the vents, that is Strider. A nice shot from Cube, who got danked, but was able to solidify the frag nevertheless. Bill going to be able to answer back onto Kami after Kami drops Cubed. And now that is a 2-for-1 trade in favor of the terrorist side of Animosity, and we're going to see what they decide to do with it here, as there are a number of members of the terrorist forces working their way towards the B-bomb site. As we do see the lurk in middle from Bill. He's going to try to cut off any rotation from the CTs as they are going to be working towards B now. And an interesting play here. We still have 1 member of the CT side holding in that A main. And I don't know if he really wants to be there right now. Is Sidoff going to be able to pick off 1 early in this round? Strider coming in with 1 as well. And just like that, the tables have turned. Now it is a 1 versus 1 situation. Bill versus Zek. Zek with the 1-shot machine over there. Bill's got to come up huge this round with a 4th kill if he wants to be able to win this one, but Zek is going to be able to pick it up, and Mobility Gaming with their first lead since the second round of this matchup, and they're looking good on their CT side.
Oh yeah, I don't personally like that spot that Fidus is playing towards back of the bomb with that spammable box, because I mean, it's either you get a trade, you die, or you just completely die, because I mean, that box is wallable, and it's just an easy spot to, you know, die from. But he switched it up, and coming from Animosity, that was a really sloppy take into the B site, because Roa was really, really aggressive without anybody having to back him up for that trade kill, so.
Now we see Zek a little aggressive here by the sandbags in middle. Bill's going to take advantage of that and dispatches him with a nice AK headshot. That's going to make it, once again, a 4 versus 5 in favor of Animosity. Kami getting a little bit aggressive here in middle, and he's going to pay the price for it as Bill picks up his 2nd frag of the round. All over the face of Kami. Oh god, that sounded really terrible. So we do see an aggressive play. Young P going to get caught by Roa in middle. Now it's a 2 versus 5, and Animosity playing a little bit more patiently this round, waiting for those pushes from Mobility Gaming, and they're going to take it towards the A bomb site. Peeking out here on Catwalk is going to be Sit Off. He is going to be able to find the face of Bill, but Wicked's going to be able to trade that one out, so your 1-for-1 is true. And a 4 versus 1 Strider, your last man standing, and once again in a situation where he's going to want to hold on to his weapon. So 12-12 is going to be your score. Animosity tying this one back up late in this matchup, 24 rounds in.
Yeah, that fight for mid really killed mobility. I mean, they were peeking out so wide without each other, and it's hard to counter a mid take from the T side because it's so easy to flash over like that. So, I mean, points for Animosity just going out mid just so fast, taking it up on mobility.
Absolutely. And a quick score update for the other matchup that's going on right now. Aware Gaming is at match point, 15-10 over Zookeepers. And looking to close this one out very shortly if they can. And I believe a win for Aware Gaming there actually solidifies a main spot. So both of those teams fighting for a chance to be in main this next season. So we will be seeing the conclusion to that one very, very shortly. And actually, I just updated, and Aware Gaming has won. So 16-10 is your final score there. Aware Gaming moving on to the next round of IM playoffs in the lower bracket. So kudos to them for being able to pick up that victory. Well, right now we are on the verge of a nail biter as we see the 12-12 score line. And just patiently waiting to see one of these teams dominate the remainder of this half, as we do see Cummy getting aggressive here in middle with the crossfire from Strider from Vents. And they are going to go for the boost play once again. Bill on top of mid. And let's go ahead and get in his eyes and see what he has for us. He is going to spot one in the Vents, but Strider going to be able to get the better of him this round. So they did play a little more aggressive, talking about Mobility Gaming this round. Throwing a little spam his way through the wall is cubed, but not able to connect as he's going to be biding his time in the Vents, patiently waiting for this push towards the B-bomb site. Terrorist forces are spread out a little bit. They do have one member pushed up into checkers, but Strider has vacated the vent area. Now Cummy getting aggressive in middle. He's going to have Wicked right on the other side of the wall. And not going to be able to get that frag. He does have one other member over there to contend with. And that is going to be Envy. 3 members of the terrorist forces working their way towards mid. Roa going to be able to pick up Cummy, but Strider going to be able to trade that one out, and the push towards the A bomb site is happening now as we do have Young P in defense of that area, and he does have help from a teammate. I believe that is actually Zek with the AWP looking over towards Forklift, and he's going to find one and capitalize. Young P going to be able to take down Cube. Wicked, your last man standing, answers back onto one, but he's going to run right into the crosshair of Zek. 13-12 now, Mobility Gaming back on top.
Yeah, Animosity kind of went back towards A little bit too late because CTs did catch on that they were coming back towards the A-bomb site. So I mean, if they threw a little bit more of a fake towards the mid and just committed out maybe like one person or two, I think they would have had that. Because the rotations on this map is just so insane.
So once again, patiently waiting to see what they do here, and it does look like they are going to go for a fast economy round towards the B-bomb site, and that's exactly what it is. And they're looking for Cummy to come through the vents. There he is. Cube's going to be able to capitalize with a frag. Zach going to be able to answer back with the AWP. Picks up a second one. Sit-off going to be able to drop Roa from the vents as well. And a third one for Zek this round, putting that AWP to work. And that's going to leave Bill, your last man standing, against 4 CTs. Cummy is low, but I don't believe it's going to actually make a difference here as Zek looking to finish this one out with an AWP frag. But before we say anything else, Young P is going to be able to take him out, and that's going to be it for that round. 14-12 now, Mobility Gaming on top. And they are starting to shine on their CT side. What do you think, Diane?
Oh yeah, their retakes have been superb against Animosity. I don't know what's wrong with Animosity right now, but they're just getting so flustered against their retakes. Unreal. I guess they're a CT side team.
Apparently so. I mean, they didn't do bad on their terrorist side. They were able to pick up 5 rounds, but nevertheless, not able to capitalize on the T-side advantage there, as we do see an aggressive push from middle from Animosity, and this is exactly what we wanted to see. It's a little bit of an aggressive play here. Young P is going to get caught by Cubed and taken down, and that's going to make it a 4 versus 5. Roa's taking a metric butt ton of damage here, 81 points of damage to him, as Zach putting that off to work once again. Drops Bill, looking for more. He's not going to be able to find it just yet. Peeking out through the Z Hall is going to be Strider. Not able to find the frag onto Cubed, but they do exchange a little bit of damage. Strider the worst for the wear on that one, down to 15 points of health, and they are going to be working their way towards the catwalk is what it looks like. And dangerous play here as 3 members of the CT forces are over in that area, but they have pulled back and gone towards B, but pushed out here is Cummy, and he's looking for more. Not able to find it just yet, but now the CTs know where all of the terrorists are. Sidoff going to be able to pick one up. Cummy does finally get dropped. And, oh, what a horrible time to have a leg spike there. Strider all over the face of Cubed is able to take him down. Drops the bomb carrier over by the CT connector towards the B bomb site. Wicked going to peek out here, gets the better of one. I believe Strider getting a little aggressive there, actually peeked out in front of his teammate and cost him his life. So we do see a bit of a patient play here. Wicked has picked up the bomb. He is going to be trying to solidify this round for his team. He has picked up 2 frags so far this round. He does have 1 in heaven, 1 by CT entrance to B. He is going to go for the bomb plant here. Here comes the push from the CT side. He has stopped the bomb plant, but he is going to get picked off here. No extra money in the bank for the terrorist side of Animosity, and Mobility Gaming on match point here. And look at the money situation for Animosity. Surely this one is going to go Mobility Gaming's way right now, as the forced buy, the head armor and pistols, 1 Galil, and it's just not looking good for Animosity right now.
I really wish Wicked would have planted that round. They would have had so much more money to work with because, I mean, he was midway planning and he only had 5 seconds left and it was a 2v1. That was a really dumb idea for him to stop.
But Cubed going to put the Galil to work this round, takes down 1. Zach going to be able to answer back onto Bill and even things up on a 4 versus 4, but Cubed has paid the price, down to 20 points of health. But I like what he did there. He dropped the Galil to Envy, who has 100 points of health. So they are playing past the Galil this round, but Zach going to be able to come back with another frag this round onto Roa, making it a 4 versus 3. The push towards the A bomb site is true. A nice grenade there is going to be able to take, didn't take him down, but it did a lot of damage. And this is probably going to be it right now in a 1 versus 3 situation. Wicked has taken down 2, and that's going to be at 16 to 12 is your final score. Mobility Gaming advances and moves Animosity down to the lower